On today's episode, we are interviewing Prabhath Bandara, and he walks us through how he has stumbled into systeme.io, but has now become his entire business, and how it has literally changed everything about how he is approaching funnels, how he's providing value with funnels with his Facebook community. He talks about keeping it simple, keeping it streamlined, and let's not overcomplicate things by adding more tools than you actually need to be profitable. So let's dive into today's episode with Prabhath. Welcome back to another success story with systeme.io. I have my friend here. We're going to be diving into how he got started with systeme.io and how it's scaling from a hobby and maybe into a full-time job here. So welcome to the podcast, Prabhath. We're so excited to hear everything you got to share about systeme.io today.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'm really glad. Love to share the
Yeah.
story with everyone.
Yeah. And so, anyone listening, if you don't know, there's a very active Facebook group. Systeme.io has over 200,000 people in it, I believe.
Yeah,
It is growing exponentially. And before I saw your name on the list, I saw you in the Facebook group.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
very, very active inside of organic Facebook, really giving value, helping people build out funnels, not just as a funnel builder, but as a funnel strategist. I want to make sure I add
yeah,
that. And so before we dive into what led you to funnels and systeme.io, could you give everyone kind of, the Cliff Notes version of how you got started with digital marketing,
yeah,
funnels, before systeme.io landed in your lap?
yeah, sure. So it's kind of like a interesting story, right? So in 2018, I guess, uh, you know, everyone is searching on Google, YouTube, how to make money online, right? So
Hmm.
back then, dropshipping was really huge, and everyone was kind of selling digital, kind of not digital, selling products from China to everyone using different platform, right? So I was trying to do that, and there was a guy. He was using the word funnel in his video. Sometimes he tell, "Oh, I funnel people to this and that," right? So then I didn't know what's a funnel or anything. So then I started to Google and YouTube about what's a funnel and what it does. Other than that, I knew about websites, but funnels was a whole new thing. So when I deep dive into it, I knew that uh, it's kind of more effective, and it was super interesting to me because we can build more creative strategies with funnels, not like a website, right? So
Yes.
that's how it started actually. Then I start to learn more, search more, and then eventually I went so deep in that rabbit hole.
I
Yeah,
love that. I love that. So drop shipping, people
yeah,
kept throwing terms out. I still see that today. Well, they'll drop out acronyms or
yeah,
something very general, and you forget that you're so far ahead of someone else that they don't even know what a
yeah,
basic funnel may be. So when you went down the rabbit hole, was there any specific aha moment when you discovered
yeah,
funnels and the strategies behind them?
yeah. Actually, yeah. Uh, when we usually use a website, people come to our site and they can do whatever the thing they want, right? There are menus, there are images, there are text, and they just click everywhere, right? But I was thinking, like, what if I want all of them to click this specific button or something like that? So, but they
Mhm.
don't do that because there are a lot of options. They can do anything, right? So with funnels, we can strategically make them to do that, kind of like the sales copy and graphics, everything. We can align them to uh, take them step by step to that funnel, right? So that was my biggest aha moment because then I can do whatever the thing I want because yeah, it gives us the freedom to do anything.
I
Any
love
idea
that.
in
I
your
love
head? Yeah.
and so
and it,
you
and it's
said
crazy, because even in 2025 there are some people they don't use funnels in their business, they just know only websites. Yeah, that's crazy,
yes.
they should do more research.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that you brought that up because I tend to find people trying to explain, educate the difference between funnels, websites. Even yesterday, I was talking to someone about the difference between a website and a link tree. They thought that a
uh
link tree was sufficient for, I was like, no, it's just links. It doesn't what are you trying to
yeah,
do? Are you going to build a
yeah,
funnel
yeah,
from one of those links? And there's so much education still, yet we forget if you get so deep into the digital marketing that there's some
yeah,
essentials that you need to
yeah,
do. And so speaking of essentials, I know that's one of your big, low ticket offers that you offer. So before we get
yeah.
there, what led you to System.io's funnel building? Did you maybe
uh,
hop around with other people
uh
first?
no, actually, back then in 2018, first I used WordPress, right? It was the kind of like OG in all the stuff, website building. And then there were actually I have tried almost every funnel building tools, because once I found that, I was searching what are the softwares we can use to build funnels, right? So then I was trying all those softwares, but I found kind of loopholes, mistakes, and kind of uh, even the founder Aurelian, the founder of
Mhm.
System.io. I don't know whether I'm sounding his name correct, but he's super humble and down to earth guy. I really love him. So I have talked with him actually via Messenger. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, he messaged me one day because I was really active on uh, inside the community. So he also mentioned that he has noticed some kind of loopholes in other softwares. So then he wanted to create something legit for people, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, that's how I kind of finally found System.io. Uh, and then I was thinking like, why didn't I found it before? Kind of, I was
Yeah.
hustling too hard for years, and finally I found the right tool. But I'm glad finally I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, and so
Yeah.
we hear that story often, right? Especially since they're a new kid on the block here, especially here in America, that
Mm,
people are just now seeing it, and it's so affordable, and it really
yeah,
is, that all in one. So, did
yeah.
you come specifically just for funnels, or was there other things in it that attracted you?
Uh, yeah, funnel was my main thing, right? But there's a reason I want to tell that. System.io was free back then, right? The main plan was free. Most of the time, from my experience, I know that free stuff is not so good, right? So I have heard about System.io, but back then I was thinking like I'm not gonna try it because they if they are giving it for free, so it might be something kind of like there are stuff pop up in the internet and get vanished in few months. So I was
Mhm.
kind of doing a mistake back then, right? But after a few months, uh, I just gave it a try. I wasn't serious or anything, right? But then I was blown away. I was like complaining myself why I didn't give it a try few months back. I was wasting actually about a year. I heard about it, but I didn't try it. So that
Yeah.
was the biggest mistake I made. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw that post. You said about 6 months you sat on it, not sure, and you're like,
yeah,
"Man, I left money on the table."
yeah. So it was super legit. I could know that from the very first glance when I worked with the tool. So it was smooth and no bugs. All works kind of like, yeah, it was amazing. The funnel was the main thing because I was always kind of like fascinated with funnels. Uh, so that's what I brought into the platform, funnels.
Alright, yeah, and so were So when we first jumped on, I asked you, I said, from your Facebook posts, which are so, so valuable. And you've even said that find your niche. I watched your YouTube video as well, saying like, find how you create your content. And you've said that writing is
Yeah,
really where, you excel. And I've got to say, I
yeah,
love how you write your things out. You definitely
yeah.
have
Thank you
the
so
three
much.
value points very, very clean and clear. And you were
Yeah,
saying that system.io has been a hobby thing, like something you make extra money with,
yeah,
and you are killing it. But you said that it's kind of taking over. Can you talk about like what you've been doing for clients? Because you have testimonials of funnels you've
yeah,
built for people on your Facebook,
yeah,
but then you also have your own funnel leading people
yeah,
to system.io. Can you kind of
yeah.
break down what you're doing right now with funnels and helping people?
Yeah, so the at the very beginning of my journey, what I did was I was helping others with funnels, right? I didn't have anything to sell, so I was selling my time because uh, there are people who need help with funnels. They don't know how it works. I was searching about funnels, and uh, because of that dropshipping thing, I had an understanding about how it works, and so then I was starting it as a kind of freelancing business, right? uh, so and then what the best thing is, I got the chance to work with really high level people like seven figure 6 and 7 figure influencers and marketers, right? uh, it happens kind of like all organically. I didn't do any promo. One person hired me, and then he was like, "Oh my god, this guy is amazing!" And he was referring me to more and more and more people. So they start to reach out to me. So that's kind of unplanned thing. Eventually, I became that funnel guy for them, right? I didn't plan to do that. So then. So the best thing is they gave me access to their backends of the business, so then I could see what are they doing and what's the strategy they are uh, kind of like, because it's a secret, right? Everyone is kind of like, people have 6 figure 7 figure businesses, but no one knows what's happening in the back end, how they automate things, and what's the strategy, how they price, and how they upsell, downsell. So as I'm the funnel guy, I have access to all of those stuff. So so eventually I was helping them. At the same time, I was taking notes and I was learning. Uh, so then uh, so it's like I had hundreds of materials, kind of like email templates, web files, funnel templates, base converting copies, and everything with me. So uh, then what I did was, all right, I want to try something for myself. So then first I try a strategy for a system.io affiliate aspect, right? So promoting it as affiliate, that funnel was super converting, and it made me more than $10,000. So that was my first award, right? Uh, from system.io. And then I replicate it and I built another one for a low ticket offer, and it made me more than 50K, right? It was kind of like
Wow.
a different strategy. Yeah. So that was my second award. Actually, that's the one right here behind me. Uh, yeah, so that's how it went. Actually, yeah, it's totally unplanned, but I knew that the strategy is going to work because I have seen that before, and yeah, I was implementing everything kind of. I had an idea. This is how this
Mhm.
thing going to work, right? So rather than just randomly doing stuff, at the same time, I feel like I'm blessed because when we run a business, most of the time we have to outsource things, no. But I'm good at designing, and at the same time, I can understand that smart work part, so I can combine both and uh, do things. Otherwise, we just do design, and we need someone else to plan the strategies and back end. Or sometimes we are good at the back end, but we are not creative and we can't do that visual part.
Yeah.
So so yeah, I was combining both of those things, and yeah, it works well.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and again, I try to do my research, and so you talked about the funnel strategist, someone who understands all aspects from the graphic design all the way to the strategies and implementing them. And so
Yeah,
you're you is it system essentials? What is that your one big low ticket offer that you kind of help people
yeah.
get to system.io like through that affiliate conversion, right?
Uh, yeah. So actually, that's the one I built for affiliate aspect. Uh,
Yeah.
but uh, f- uh, but some people are like, oh my god, I need this, but I'm already signed up for system.io. So then what I can do? They reach out to me. So then I duplicate the funnel and I create another uh, version of it. They can purchase it if they are already on the on inside the platform, right? But I never
Mhm.
push kind of like uh, it also has become something organic. I don't actively every day post in links and asking people, hey, buy this thing. I never do that. So uh, they know that there's value. And also, I was writing content and I was giving away a lot of stuff for free, even funnel templates. There are some funnels I charge a lot, kind of like I'm doing a lot of works to build, design, write, copy, and all those stuff. But I was giving away for free for people because they can do something with that. And the best thing is, once they use it, they see the result. So then they are like, all right, he gave this for free, but it's still making me money. So then, what about the paid stuff he's doing? So then, so it also like being authentic and helping people helps to kind of like, we get back what we put in the universe. So it's, yeah, it's like that.
I love that. I love it's the same thing for system.io. They give away that one
Yeah,
thing free and you're
yeah,
like, well, is it? And then you realize just how value packed it is that
yeah,
okay, I'll totally go to the high tier. I want to go
yeah,
all in. And so
yeah, that's
how do you
true.
how do you get people to those other upsells and, your other products that you have?
Yeah,
You have your 2 low
yeah,
tickets,
yeah,
and then I believe you have a Facebook group?
yeah, I have one. So, so the kind of like the low ticket offer is kind of the entry to my world, right? So they come in and they see the value, and there are a lot of back end products, right? I got kind of one of related to FB organic marketing and also funnel building services. Uh, so actually, all those stuff kind of like invite only programs, I can tell, because people reach out to me and ask, hey, I want to buy you other stuff, where I can see them, right? So then I can send them a link, and also I don't spam people with emails. I don't like that, right? There are some people send emails every day, but sometimes yeah, it also works, but I don't like to push it that way, right? That's my thing. I feel like people are busy, they got their own things, but if I send in an email to my list, which means that's a must read one, because I don't send everyday emails, kind of like once a week, maybe twice a week, or sometimes I don't send an email for a month, right? But when I send an email, I get a really good open rate because they know that I don't spam their inbox with useless tips and tricks and all the stuff, right? So I have built my business in a way that I can say it's like that's what I expect from someone else when I work with them. So I treat other people same way. So if I don't
Mhm.
like to get ton of emails in my email inbox, I don't do that for others also. So yeah, so that's uh, but basically Facebook Messenger and email marketing is my other strategies for getting people to my high ticket offers and back end offers we have. The
Okay.
low ticket is the entry. Yeah. That's how it works.
And so, is there a vetting process? Like, do they have to buy one of your low tickets to get into the Facebook group? Or is the Facebook
No,
group
no, no, no,
free?
no, no. It's free. Actually, it's free. Uh, there are, I guess, I don't even remember the count of people. There are a lot of people, right? So even when I was joining system.io, there were around less than 100,000, right? I don't remember the
Mhm.
number. When I joined system.io, it was kind of still new, I feel like. Uh, so inside my community, I'm always sharing all stuff related to only system.io. On my profile, I write kind of like in a generic way that it makes sense to everyone, right? Sometimes they might use in another tool, but then when they read my post, if they see I'm recommending system at the end, so they should give it a try. They're gonna do that. But inside my profile, inside my Facebook community, I write uh, totally focused on the system.io, and I'm providing ton of value related to system. So it's free. Anyone can join. Uh, Actually, I don't push that either. People come and join. Sometimes they see it somewhere. Yeah, that's how it
Mhm.
works.
Yeah. Speaking of like your little offers and inside your Facebook group, you have tutorials that are there because on
Yeah,
your YouTube channel, you only have 3 videos, but I
yeah,
see inside your Facebook group, you have, lots more
yeah, yeah,
content, a lot more teaching. So really you nurture people in there so much so. One thing in particular that I saw recently is you had a survey quiz funnel that people
yeah,
were
yeah,
able to do inside of system.io. I think
yeah,
anyone
yeah,
listening would probably get a lot of value from that. Can you kind of unpack how that
yeah.
funnel works?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's something interesting because I was playing around with system.io kind of. I want to try more stuff. There are other platforms uh, just focused on quizzes, right? So it doesn't make sense because it's just quiz, right? Sorry. So a quiz is not enough, kind of like system.io is a full powerhouse that comes with everything, right? Funnels, email marketing, and everything kind of like tagging people in the back. And we can do more creative stuff with system.io. So I try to build a quiz. So what it does it is when someone go to the quiz, uh, they get a custom solution at the end, kind of like we ask them some questions. So in the backend, it actually kind of like doing a consultation or something like that, right? Because according to the answers they get a personalized suggestion, or uh, let's say as an example, uh, if you have a quiz funnel that they can understand, or they can get what the best funnel type they need, right? So they answer some questions we give them, and at the end we can give them a personalized answer. And also uh, we calculate a score, right? In quizzes, I'm kind of like, don't try to be too technical, but uh, according to the answers they give, we can give them a quiz score strategically, and we give them, hey, this is what you need, this is exactly what you have to do, right? It differs from person to person, but we can do it with system.io. That's amazing. I gave it uh, a try and it works. We had to do some custom code, but yeah, it works like a
Okay.
charm. Yeah, it's amazing.
So, you use tags and then you use custom
Yeah,
code?
yeah.
Okay.
So we uh, there's a code running in the backend while they are doing the answering part, and then at the end of the quiz we tag them, right? Like, okay, all right, this person is in this category, this person is this, kind of like that, right? So then the best part is when you do email marketing, you can send them super specific emails, because let's say there are 4 categories. So category 1 going to get this email, category 2 this email, like that. So So it's super kind of like relatable to them. They're like, oh my god, this person is reading my mind. So but they gave us all the information about them, and
Yeah.
we got where are they, where they at kind of in their journey, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so it's amazing. To
That's
me,
awesome.
actually, yeah, system.io is totally enough to run any business. Kind of, it's more than enough. You don't need any other tool. I don't use any. But back then, I had about 10, 12 tools integrated to each other, right? It was a
Yep.
headache. Yeah,
A total headache. Yes. Trying to
it's
implement all the
hard. Yeah,
things.
we
Yeah.
have
And
to,
so,
yeah, kind of log into all those platforms, and it wastes our time. I don't like that.
what do you use for your designing elements? Because you have some beautiful
Mm.
funnels I
Yeah,
see
thank you so much.
advertised throughout your Facebook group. Do you use
Yeah.
Canva, Photoshop, Illustrator?
Uh, yeah, I used I don't like to use Canva, but sometimes I suggest other people to use Canva because they are not designers, right? So they can get a template and do some stuff. But I use professional softwares like Photoshop, and also there's a tool called Figma. It's totally focused on UI designing. So
Yeah.
what I do is I design it inside the software, and then I take the elements part by part on system.io, right? It takes a lot of time, but at the end, uh, it gives us good result compared to rather than just jumping inside system.io and randomly putting things together. We should have a plan, and we should do it kind of like it's like building a house, right? We don't just randomly pick brick and start building. We should have a plan, and we know what's the outcome before building it, right?
Oh yeah,
So
it's your
yeah,
blueprint. I love Figma.
yeah,
Uh, On today's episode, we are interviewing Prabhath Bandara, and he walks us through how he has stumbled into system.io, but has now become his entire business, and how it has literally changed everything about how he is approaching funnels, how he's providing value with funnels with his Facebook community. He talks about keeping it simple, keeping it streamlined, and let's not overcomplicate things by adding more tools than you actually need to be profitable. So let's dive into today's episode with Prabhath. Welcome back to another success story with System.io. I have my friend here. We're going to be diving into how he got started with System.io and how it's scaling from a hobby and maybe into a full-time job here. So welcome to the podcast, Prabhath. We're so excited to hear um, everything you got to share about System.io today.
yeah. Sure. Thank you so much for having me, and yeah, I'm really glad. Love to share the
Yeah.
story with everyone.
Yeah. And so, anyone listening, if you don't know, there's a very active Facebook group. System.io has over 200,000 people in it, I believe.
Yeah,
It is growing exponentially. And before I saw your name on the list, I saw you in the Facebook group.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
very, very active inside of organic Facebook, really giving value, helping people build out funnels, not just as a funnel builder, but as a funnel strategist. I want to make sure I add
yeah,
that. And so before we dive into what led you to funnels and system.io, could you give everyone kind of, the Cliff Notes version of how you got started with digital marketing,
yeah.
funnels before system.io landed in your lap?
Yeah, sure. So